What's up, guys, and welcome to Business Strategy Session number 4. For those of you listening on the podcast, I appreciate you guys as always. And for those of you watching on YouTube, I hope to get to know you a little bit better. So feel free to ask questions in the live chat. All right, in this episode of the live session, I want to talk a little bit about batch producing content. This is something that's been on my mind recently, and it's something that's really helped me relieve a lot of stress and free up a lot of time to side hustle for my online business. So this is going to resonate really well with you if you're someone who maybe still has a full-time job and you're just side hustling right now to build an online business. So finding time is difficult. So doing whatever you can to produce as much content as you can is really going to benefit you in the long run. So to batch produce content, I'm actually going to show you guys a little bit later in this live session how I stay organized on my computer with my different types of content. But let me just talk about the philosophy of batch producing content first of all. When I was first starting with my YouTube channel, I was kind of doing the thing where I would film a video and then edit it and then post it on YouTube and press publish that same day. I was making the thumbnail. I was literally doing everything that same day. And the problem with that is it's really hard to keep a consistent schedule because things come up day to day. You might have a day where you just don't feel like filming. You just don't feel like filming an episode. And then you might have a day where you just don't feel like editing. I have those days all the time. I do not feel like filming today. I do not feel like editing videos today. I do not feel like making thumbnails today. And there might be days where you just don't feel like doing anything. And that's going to happen. And you know what? That's fine. You're going to have those kinds of days. But here's the thing. That's the problem with, producing one piece of content at a time and then just publishing it that same day and getting ready to go. It's really hard to stick to a schedule. So when I was first starting out with YouTube, I would just randomly make videos. So if I had a day where I had some time, I'd film a video and then edit it and put it up. And it would take me a couple hours to do the whole process. And then I just have it up. So maybe it was up on a Thursday. And then the next week, maybe I'd have time on a Monday. And then maybe I'd post another one on a Thursday or the next week on a Friday. It was so inconsistent. It was so hard to keep a consistent schedule posting content when I was just kind of doing it one by one. Same thing goes for blog articles. If you're writing blog articles, same thing. You don't want to write a blog article and then, edit it and make it all nice and then immediately hit publish and it's up on your site and then you're done. Then the next week, write another one and publish it because you're going to get behind that way. You're going to miss days. It's going to be really stressful for you to maintain your content schedule. Here's another reason why if you're doing content production on YouTube is a really good example for this, is it takes time to set up. This is actually like a supply chain philosophy here. I studied supply chain in college. There's like setup times for a manufacturing plant. So when you're going to mass produce something in a manufacturing plant, you got to turn on all the equipment. You got to make sure all the settings for the equipment are correct. You got to make sure everyone's in the right spot. You got to make sure you have all the proper equipment and then you go. And then once you go, you can just produce as many pieces or parts or whatever you're making as you want. The same goes for YouTube. When you're ready to film a YouTube video, there's kind of a process. At least for me, there is. I have to go through the process of turning on my camera, putting it in focus, setting up my desk, setting up my lights, setting up my microphone, testing the levels, making sure everything's ready to go, getting my whiteboard, getting my computer. All of that setup takes time. And if you have to do that same setup every time you film a video, then you're going to waste a lot of time every time you film a video. So what I like to do is I like to set everything up and then I'll film 5 videos at once. And my videos aren't usually super long. They're like 3 to 5 minutes, most of them. So I'll just set all my lights up, get everything ready, and then just go through videos. Record a video, hit the record button, walk back, reset, hit the record button, start a new video. Go, 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 and stop the recording, go back, start a new recording, start the next video. And I can fly through 5, 10 videos in an hour. So that way I save myself a lot of time producing videos for my YouTube channel. And the same goes for anything else, for blog writing as well. Blog writing is a little bit different because, it takes time to write a blog article, but is what I always tell people is try to stay ahead of the game. So be writing articles and maybe have 3 or 4 blog articles in your back pocket at all times so that you're like 2 or 3 weeks ahead of the game. If you're posting blog articles once a week, you're going to want to have blog articles, like, I'm not saying written, I'm saying on your blog, WordPress, scheduled, ready to go on this date. So on that date, at that time, it's going live on your website. And then you're like a month ahead or so, and you don't even have to worry about it. That's the ideal situation for batch producing, blog content or written content. It goes for any type of content. The more you can batch produce, the more time you're going to save. Let's talk about something else with batch producing content that I think I think this is important for me personally. Is when I set goals, I get really stressed out about making sure I'm hitting those goals. And I think that's something that happens to a lot of people, especially people who are side hustling. Time is not always available for everyone. For me personally, I get this question a lot. They're like, dude, do you even like work? Do you like have a job? Because they see me at home a lot. Well, the thing is, it appears that I'm at home a lot, but when I am at home, I make the most of my time. In all reality, I'm actually only working from home one day, maybe 2 days a week from my house. And so really, I only spend one day a week filming videos and doing these live sessions and things like that. But it looks like I'm always at home. So that's the way it just appears. But going back to like the stress thing is I get stressed out when I'm not living up to my goals. So if I set a goal to post 3 videos a week and I don't post 3 videos a week, it stresses me out. I feel like I'm falling behind. I'm not maintaining my pace. I'm not maintaining my goals. And so batch producing content, staying very far ahead of the game, helps relieve a lot of stress for me as far as reaching my goals. At the beginning of September 1st, I started, or at least this was back in August, but starting September 1st, I started a new thing where I told myself, and I talk about this in my other episode, I was going to put out one video every day for 90 days. Now, if I were to film a video, edit it, post it all on the same day, that would be insane. I would have to film it every single day. Some days I might not feel like filming. I might be sick. I might be busy. Something might come up. I might not have time to film. If I did it that way and I missed a day, I would be freaking out. Like, oh no, I ruined my streak. I only did 7 videos in a row and I was supposed to do 90, and I'd get all stressed out. So what I did instead is, starting in August, I started batch producing videos and I had everything scheduled ready to go September 1st. So when September 1st hit, I actually had videos scheduled ready to go for my channel for like the next 17 days. So I could do nothing for the next 17 days if I wanted to, and still have a video go out every single day on my YouTube channel. And I've still maintained that pace. I actually was just uploading some videos to my YouTube channel right now, right before jumping on this live session. And I just barely scheduled a video for my channel that will go live on October 28th. So as of recording this, it's October 10th. So for the next 18 days, I have a video done, ready to go on my YouTube channel. I'm actually just going to show you guys right here so you can see what I'm talking about. If you're listening on the podcast, you're obviously not going to be able to see this. So maybe you could jump on over to YouTube later on and check this out. But hold on, give me 1 second. I'm going to pull this up so you can see what I'm talking about here. Okay, let me do a screen share here really quick. Okay, if you're watching on YouTube, you can probably see now my Creator Studio. So if you look here, I'm going to scroll down a little. So right here, you can see I've got a video ready October 11th. So that's tomorrow. October 12th, 13, 14, 15, then some live videos, some other things. 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 23, all the way up to, I went up to October 29th. So you can see here, look, I got new videos ready to go every single day up until October 29th. So I'm way ahead of the game here. So if I didn't want to do anything for the next 18 days, I could, and I wouldn't be stressed out because I know that I still have videos going up on my channel. Now I'm actually going to be out of town for a while. So this is good because I won't have to worry about being out of town, stressing out because I don't have video content. I got content up ready to go. It's going to be published automatically. I really don't have to do anything for my YouTube channel. And I actually did some more filming today for my YouTube channel, and I have videos pretty much done, ready to go all the way till I think like November 7th it is. Let me see here. Let me see if I can show you guys this, because this is also gonna, okay. So check this out. This is just my Finder window. If you're watching on YouTube, I'm just on my Mac Finder. So you can see here, this is kind of how I keep my content organized. I make folders for every video that I'm producing. These two videos, I use the labels a lot. So these two videos that have the red label mean I've already edited the video in Premiere. I just need to export it now. So after I export it, then the next step is to create a thumbnail for it. And then the next step after that is to upload it to YouTube. So once I complete a step, I change the label color. So like after I export this one, I'll change it to orange, remove the red. So I know, okay, orange means I've exported it. I need to create a thumbnail. After I've created a thumbnail, I'll change it to green. And that means, okay, I got a thumbnail. I just need to upload it to YouTube. After I upload it to YouTube, I'll change it to, oh, whoops, I should have put that blue first. Okay, so, and then I change it to blue after I've uploaded it to YouTube. Now I know, okay, that one's done, ready to go. It's on YouTube, and I can drag it into my posted to YouTube folder. Then you'll see down here at the bottom, I have all these other videos. All of these ones you see right here, there's, let's see, how many are there? 13. I have 13 videos all filmed that are ready to be edited for my YouTube channel. So I'm way ahead of the game here with my content. I got content way into November already completed, just because I like to stay very, very far ahead of the game, especially when I'm producing daily videos. Then if you were to like look in any of these folders, I've got the video file, the audio file, and then I'll do all the editing in Premiere later on. So that's how I stay ahead of the game with my YouTube content. And it's very, very beneficial if you're creating daily content on YouTube. If you're creating once a week videos for YouTube, it's a lot more laid back. I mean, you can afford to, you know, maybe film 1 or 2 videos, especially, and if you have longer videos, I understand. Maybe you can only afford to film 1 or 2 videos, edit them, put them up. And that's great for a once a week schedule. But if you're doing a really vigorous, like daily videos on YouTube, like I tried to do, then yeah, you're gonna want to make sure you're batch producing your content and scheduling it out very far in advance, so that when those days come up that you don't have time to film, you don't have time to edit, you don't have time to do anything, you still have content that's ready to go for your YouTube channel. And I feel like I found a really good rhythm now to where I really only have to film once a week. And I try to film about 10 videos, 1 day a week. And then I spend the rest of the week just random hours of the day editing. So I'll edit like 3 videos here, then 4 videos and 3, and then I'll sit down and do some thumbnails. And I've done enough of these where I'm pretty fast and I have everything set up. And I think I'll do another live session to show you guys how I make sure I set everything up in advance, so it's really, really easy to edit quickly, because I think that makes a big difference. So I have templates and everything all ready to go, So it's literally just drag and drop. I use hotkeys on my keyboard, so I edit with the keys, not with my mouse, and I can fly through videos to edit them. But yeah, those are just some of the things that you learn over time that make a big difference and help you stay ahead of the curve when you're batch producing your content. The biggest problem I see for new YouTubers, especially, is it's really hard for them to be consistent. I talk to a lot of people who like to start YouTube channels or want to start a YouTube channel, and they'll get hyped, they'll get energized, they'll put up their first video, and then they won't post again for like 3 weeks. Then a month will go by and they'll post again. Then maybe they'll randomly post 2 videos in a week, and you're like, whoa, wait, here they go, they're ready. And then no, they skip a week. And then after 3 months, they're done. Their channel's completely done. They've completely given up. They say, YouTube's dumb. Nobody watches my videos. It's because you didn't have a consistent schedule. You weren't being smart about producing your content in batches to get yourself ahead of the curve. So I highly recommend anyone who is doing YouTube to batch produce their content to give themselves the best chance of long-term sustainability. Because if not, you're gonna give up hope. I've seen it happen to too many people. So look for a way to batch produce your content. Other people think that it's crazy that I'm putting out a video every single day, and they think, well, I don't have time. Them personally, they say, I don't have time to produce daily content because I have to work and I have kids and whatever else is distracting me. I have Netflix. I have a show that I watch. That's fine. Honestly, yes, I work very hard to produce my content, build my business. But in all honesty, you could do this. You could put out daily videos and only spend maybe an hour or 2 a day doing this. So whether that means you wake up a little bit earlier or spend a couple hours in the evening, you could do it. As long as you get a system down, you'll be able to really, really produce content at a high level and at a good pace. All right, guys. I hope this episode has been beneficial to you. If you're watching the replay on YouTube or listening to the podcast, come say hi on Instagram. Let me know what kind of business questions you have. I like to do these live sessions to kind of talk about what's on my mind behind the scenes of my own business, peel back the onion, if you will, and talk about some challenges that I've faced or am facing, and also talk about some things that I'm trying out, some new things that I'm trying, and we can bounce some ideas off each other. So come say hi on Instagram, come say hi on YouTube. And if you are listening to the podcast, I'd really, really appreciate if you were to go on to Google or iTunes and leave a review. It would really mean so much to me. I want to give a little quick shout out to Kathleen and Grace who are watching on YouTube. I really appreciate you taking the time to stop by and say hi. And let me know, of course, if you have any business questions. I'm just like a lot of you guys that are watching this or listening to this. I'm not an expert. I don't claim to be making, 6 figures a year doing this, but slow and steady wins the race. And in 18 months that I've been doing this YouTube channel, I've seen progress and I've learned a lot from my own mistakes. So I want to pass that on to you, pass that information on to you, and show you that it is possible that someone starting from zero, bootstrapping it, side hustling, can make it. So let me know what questions you have, and I'll do my best to answer them, even if I am not necessarily the expert on the topic. All right, guys, thank you so much for listening to this episode and watching on YouTube. Like I said, if you're watching live or watching the replay, this is Andy Isom. You're watching Learn How Business Strategy Live. We'll see you guys next time.